Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Hey, two victory beers in a row. We did the victory beer yesterday, and we're doing the victory beer today. Both of those were sent to me by Dave. Dave, thanks again for sending these victory beers down. Yesterday's beer was awesome. It was a 10 beer, but I gave it to 9 because it didn't have a date on the bottle. Even though it was an 8.7% beer, the Dirt Wolf needs to have a date on it. I mean, it needs to be on the bottle, not on the 4-pack, not on the 6-pack, not on the case, not on the bottle. I mean, 2014 guys, Victory is not a startup brewery. They can afford to date it. They choose not to. So thumbs down on the not dating of the beer, but thumbs up on the beer. It was awesome. Hopefully this will be just as good. This is their Hop Ranch, which is also an Imperial IPA. This one comes in at 9%, I think. I don't see it written on the bottle, but I do have it, and it is 9%. Yeah, it's written in, it's got 12 fluid ounces in big letters, and right underneath that in little tiny letters, it's got 9% ABV. They make some of this writing so small, just like some of the dating is written in such small letters. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to see that. So that gives, and the reason they do that, either not dating or putting some kind of silly code on there for the dating, it gives a longer shelf life because people don't know how old the beer is, and it gets to sit there, and people still buy it when it's 6 months, a year out, a year out, or a year from the bottling. So it's good for them because they sell more beer, but it's bad for us because we buy old and stale beer. So not a fan of that, especially in an IPA. Hop Ranch. I have not had this or seen this in the local Kroger stores where I buy most of my stuff. The beer store, like I said yesterday, up in Blacksburg, may carry this. I haven't been up there in several months, so I don't get up there as often as I do because they don't give me a discount anymore. I used to have a good relationship with those guys up there, and they would give me a discount because I was doing the beer reviews and I was promoting their beer store, but all that went by the wayside, and I won't go into details over that, but it just ended. So I don't get up there as often as I used to. And it's sad for me because I was getting some good beers at good prices. Like I said yesterday, the beer stores around here, there are 2 here in the valley, but they're in high rent districts, both of them, and they charge an arm and 2 legs for the craft beers. So not a big fan of paying twice what the beer is worth. Just my opinion, guys. I would like to support them guys, but they're way overpriced. I mean, uh, for comparison, if you're paying $10 for a 6-pack at Kroger's, you're going to pay $12 to $15 for it at the 2 stores down there I'm referring to. I'm not going to call out any names or anything. They know who they are. I don't even think they watch the beer reviews. They could care less. So, with that being said, let's get on with this beer, and hopefully it's going to be as good and tasty as the one we did yesterday. The commercial description on this one: to our hop ranchers who coax and cultivate our enticing and flavorful hops, we raise this glass, selecting the finest varieties in their natural whole flower form, which usually means whole cone. They are not using pellets to brew this beer. They are using whole cone hops. Selecting the finest varieties in their natural whole flower form, we craft our Hop Ranch Imperial India Pale Ale as a celebration of their successes. Pungent, floral, and intense, this represents America's best in every relaxing sip. Uh, this beer is composed of, the malt is Pilsner malt, which is unusual for an IPA. The hops are Mosaic and Azaka. AZACCA. Never heard of that hop. The ABV is 9%. It says the flavor. This powerful brew features full, juicy hop character while expressing notes of mango, pineapple, and the pleasantly sharp, bittering edges of tart citrus fruit. Food pairings, according to this website, hot wings, curry, and bold cheeses. Availability is winter, seasonal, available in 12-ounce bottles and on draft. And as I looked at the bottle yesterday, it did not have any date on it. And as I look at this bottle, it does not either. And I think that's sad, because Victory is a pretty good size operation, and they can afford to date their beers. They choose not to. Like I said, thumbs down on the not dating of the beers. That may be a big reason why you won't see a lot of Victory beers in my fridge. Now, I do have some Imperial stouts and stuff downstairs from Victory, which is really irrelevant on the dating on those. Would like to have a year on those, but the month and the day is basically irrelevant if you're looking at 11, 12, 13% Imperial stout. The only way you the only way you can know you can actually date it when you buy it, but if it's set on a shelf for a year or two, how are you going to know how old the beer is? You know how long you've had it and when you bought it, but that still doesn't tell you how old the beer is. So, basically a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to date it and it's been sitting on the shelf or the beer's been in a bottle for a year, you know how long you've had it, but you don't know how long the beer's been in the bottle. So it's really important for these guys to step up to the plate and date their beers, especially the IPAs and the double IPAs, so you'll know how fresh your beer is. I harp on this all the time, and that's my soapbox to stand on, and I stand on it proudly. And I'm not going to shut up about it until these clowns get off their ass and put dates on the bottles. Just the way I feel about it, guys. It's my opinion. Alright, we've gone into that, so let's go over to food pairings. Glassware, snifter, tulip, oversized wine glass. I've got the double glass for this one, guys. Like I said, the food pairing cuisine is your typical IPAs, which would be barbecue, and the cheeses are your peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue, cheddar, your more pungent cheeses. Gorgonzola, Limburger, all your strong cheeses go well with your IPAs and your double IPAs. The meat for this is game, grilled meat, and salmon, which are all strong, tasty dishes. And the beer says can be cellared, being a 9%er, but it's a IPA, so you will lose the hoppiness if you cellar this beer over time. Now, if it's boozy, that may be a good thing. You may want to cellar it and to reduce some of the booziness, but just remember the hops are going to fade. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about there. So, without further ado, let's get the cap off of this one and get it into the glass. Alright. This one looks a little lighter than the Dirt Wolf was yesterday. Over into the light, it looks to me like it's a tad lighter. It's a slight golden amber, more golden than amber. There are a few bubbles. It's not extremely bubbly. Neither was the one we did yesterday. There are some bubbles streaming up from the bottom, but it is definitely not overcarbonated. Looks very good in the glass. Just a slightly lighter color than the Dirt Wolf. So let's get a nose on this one. Oh yeah. A lighter malt is going to create that lighter color. Now they used German malt in yesterday's, which may be a little bit darker of a malt. Not to the extent of a roasted malt or a black malt or anything like that. It's still a light malt, but not quite as light as a Pilsner malt. So this should have a lighter, breadier taste to me for using the Pilsner malt, but we'll see here. With that pour, we got about a half finger head, which dissipated pretty quickly. It's just now barely covering the top of the glass. Let's get a nose on it again. Very, very citrusy. Oranges, tangerines, grapefruit, pineapple. Not as dank smelling or tasting, I guess, as the one yesterday. We're about to find out. Smells very light, a little bit lighter, even though it's a heavier beer. Not much, 8.7 yesterday and 9% today, so pretty similar in the ABV. Smells a little lighter, a little crisper though, using the Pilsner malt. Very fruity, very tropical and light fruit, apples, pears, mangoes. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Dave. Thank you, sir. Definitely a lighter tasting. Wow. A little bit of tartness there. Nothing to the extreme of lambic or sour or anything like that. Just a slight tartness to it. Very pleasant. It's delicious. Not giving any alcohol at all. Very well made beer. This would even be a good first beer of the day beer. It's light tasting as it is. The Dirt Wolf is just a tad heavier than this as far as the taste. And just a slight bit more alcohol in yesterday's beer, in my opinion, than this beer. Even though yesterday's was 8.7 and this is a 9%er. It tastes a little lighter because of the Pilsner malt, I would say. I don't think this one is quite as bitter as yesterday's beer. Wow. Two really good beers from Victory. Yesterday's and today. This actually tastes like an A beer to me too. I mean, it is very, very tasty. They got it going on now. If they can just step up and put a date on the damn bottle. What's the matter? I'd bitch slap them boys if I get my hands on them. And not out of disrespect, just for not dating the damn beer. Damn it, man. Come on. Alright guys, we're going to let this warm up just a little bit. Look at the awesome lacing on this glass. This is a very well made beer. Thumbs up to the brewmaster there. He's done a wonderful job. And the management there for not dating the bottle, thumbs down. I mean, come on guys. 2014, what's it going to take for y'all to buy a dating machine to put the date on your bottles? Come on, man. It kind of chaps my ass. Alright guys, we're going to let it warm up, let the other half taste it before I sit here and drink it all in front of you, and come back and do the final chug on this one. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left. I think I like this one just a tad better than the Dirt Wolf from yesterday. It's a little bit lighter, very easy drinking, a little more sessionable, even though it's 9%, than the Dirt Wolf was yesterday. So let's do the final chug on this one. Wow, a lot of light fruit, very citrusy, grapefruit, oranges, mango. Wow, very easy drinking for a 9%er. I think I like this one just a tad better than the Dirt Wolf. Not quite as dank as the Dirt Wolf was. And the Dirt Wolf had just a tinge more alcohol taste to me than this one does. Even though it's a slightly lighter ABV. Not much, 8.7 as opposed to a 9%er, but very tasty. The only downfall to this beer is just like yesterday's. It does not have a date on the bottle. Guys, this is also a 10 beer as far as I'm concerned. But it doesn't have a date, so just like yesterday's beer, it gets the 9 for me. I would almost go 9.5 on this one, even though it doesn't have a date. It was a tad better than the Dirt Wolf, so I enjoyed this one. Nice, nice beer with the Pilsner malt. Very unusual for a beer that big to use a Pilsner malt. I enjoyed it. It was very nice, very pleasant. Alright, let's go see what the other guys have to say about this. We'll start off with Beer Advocate. They say world class 95. I agree with that. It is a world class beer. Just a tad light on the number there. I think it's just a tad better than a 95. And let's go over to Rate Beer. And Rate Beer says pretty much like it did yesterday, 99 overall and 95 in the style. I like that. I don't know why the style numbers are down. Maybe because they use the Pilsner malt. I don't know. I think it's a little easier drinking, a little lighter drinking than the Dirt Wolf is. So, guys, if you've had this one, give me some comments back on this one, whether you like it, didn't like it. Dave, thanks again for sending this one to me. I did enjoy this one a tad better than the Dirt Wolf. They were both A beers. Just need to get them guys to put a date on the bottles. That's my only beef with those guys' victory. So, that being said, if you've had it, give me some comments back on this one. Hit the like button, rate, comment, subscribe as always. And let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See everybody then.